Alright, this is a commentation by Godbud, a guy who has not yet actually completed a Muck speedrun of Prime Knight's first sub 18 set seed world record. It's not world record anymore, but it's still a great accomplishment. There's no audio, so I thought I'd do a commentation of it, so let's get into it. He's going to be using the Dark Blade seed. That's what most people are using. So, a really annoying thing is collecting the wheat in the game. Unless you know where all the wheat spawns are, it's really difficult to collect, and it can just be really bad, especially in late game when you're building the boat. It's just super difficult to just find that last piece of wheat. So as you see there, he's got a Nightblade. I think it's the best weapon in the game other than the ancient bow right now. He didn't go for that lifesteal. That's very interesting. So from the chest, he got some iron ore. He got some raw meat. He also got the Nightblade. I will say this is actually completely unscripted. And the reason why he didn't take the boat map is obvious. He knows where the boat is and therefore doesn't need it. Looking at the upgrades he's got so far, he's got 3 good upgrades. He has the Horseshoe, he has Enforcer, and Dumbbell. Now, while obviously it is good to have some sort of healing, or Sneakers, for instance, he has 2 of those. Those are really good. You primarily want to do as much damage for the final boss, Bob. See, he goes for the Crimson Dagger there, but not the one before. Immediately starts challenging a buff Guardian. It goes in for a laser, but, you know, he can kill it beforehand. That's just how powerful the sword is. He starts to summon a Gronk, and now this is very interesting because he's actually going to be using bosses to get more of late game items such as Adamantite or Oak, Dark Oak, and all of that. This is so that he doesn't have to go through all the steps of getting iron and then mithril and then finally adamantite. He can just go straight to adamantite, get the tools he needs, and then finish off the boat and obviously kill Bob. He gets a Dracula there. Dracula, for every kill you get 1 extra life or health point. Sorry, I can't talk today. Although it does stack. So like if you get 2 Draculas, you'll get 2 per kill and all that. Although it does actually have a limit and you need to get more and more and more and more. Otherwise your health will cap. He's spawning in 2 big chunks along with the Gronk he spawned in earlier. And as you can see, yes, they are destroying trees. Trees are making drops. And he's going to be using this to get adamantite and whatever else he needs. This is obviously a risky strat because, well, you're fighting 3 bosses at once. But it's definitely worth it if you can pull it off. Kills all the bosses, picks up as much loot as he can. And he finally starts crafting away. He makes a few furnaces. So you need a bit of everything in this game to finish off the boat so you can get to the final boss fight. He gets orange juice. Getting a few of those is really, really helpful. Getting some more red pills, more max health, that's really nice. and is already attacking the second Guardian before Night 0 is even done. This seed is super powerful. I kind of hope we find a new one though, because it could definitely be improved upon. I'm not exactly sure of the exact values you need, like how many wheat you need, but I know it's a ton. So he's just collecting all the wheat he sees, and yeah. If you know what you're doing when you play this game like casually or even speedrun, you kind of have an idea of what he's trying to do. I'm just here to, I don't know, talk, I guess. That's what commentating is. For the most part, he's trying to ignore the nighttime enemies, just because they don't really pose a threat at all. And he already has over 300 gold from the bosses. He goes and picks up a nuts hammer. That is a really nice drop. Once in a while you can do electric damage. It not only does extra damage to the enemy you're hitting, but it can also damage enemies surrounding him. So it's kind of like an AoE attack. Already defeating the third Guardian. He only needs, what, 2 more? I forget how many Guardians there are. Picking up flax for the flax fibers. And he's just picking up some extra chests along the way. He didn't get too much good stuff there. He just got like a spoo bean and a blue pill. It's extra health and hunger drains slower. But, you know, he could have gotten something better. You finally get, or he has 2 Daddy's Milk now. Daddy's Milk, in my opinion, are essential to surviving in this game. Doesn't matter how much health you have, if you don't have a Daddy's Milk, you're gonna die. Already summoning in the next Guardian. And he's gonna summon in a Gronk. This is so that he can get the oak wood he needs. After he gets the amount he needs, he just goes ahead and kills them, picks up their drops, and finally gets to some more smelting and crafting. He's going to create 40 bark so he can create rope. Rope is needed for the boat. Again, you really do need just a bit of everything. Sorry, wow. You do need a bit of everything, including like raw meat. And then you also need rope, flax fibers. You need a bit of every type of wood, I believe. And you just need a lot of resources. Almost didn't pick up the gem there. Throws away his chunkium. He doesn't need chunkium. He's too good for that. Trying to use Enforcer to its fullest by moving around while chopping down trees. As you know, Enforcer, the faster you're moving, the more damage you do. Which, if you can use it properly, it is super overpowered. As you can see there, Nut's hammer went off and he instantly mined just a regular tree behind those other two. So it's a really good AoE and does a lot of damage in of itself. He's going to stop by some Obamium and start smelting some more adamantite and iron. Now, Obamium takes absolute years to break, just regularly. You don't need too much Obamium for the boat, though. I think you just need, like, what, 10? 5 even? I don't remember. All I know is it's not that much. Looks like he's doing well on food. He does have 2 spoo beans, but he could definitely use a bit more food. While he's waiting for his stuff to smell, he's going to fight another guardian. Get the red gem and another horseshoe. Horseshoe increases your crit chance. Now here he's going to try to go through the water. If you didn't know, if you're underwater and you sprint, you actually move extremely fast. So that's what he was trying to do there, but he ran out of stamina and had to go around. At least that's what I assume he was going for. There he got a sniper scope. Now, sniper scope is kind of like Nut's hammer in a sense, where once in a while you'll get this super powerful attack, although I'm pretty sure it does more damage than Nut's hammer, although it isn't AoE. So it's very useful, especially for the final boss, because with Bob, there's no other like enemies attacking you. It's just Bob himself. So it's better if you have sniper scopes over Nut's hammer because, well, you will do more damage overall to him. He gets another sneaker. Sneaker just increase your movement speed. Simple as that. And he goes towards a cave to get some rubies. I believe you need 11 rubies to finish off the boat. He's just collecting all the resources he needs before he goes towards the boat so he can just pop everything in one take. He got 15 plus 7 is 22. I am good at math. Still has a lot of coins he's able to spend. He's just saving it up for when he just goes on a spending spree. So far, he's gotten a lot of damage and health, and just he's gotten a lot of stuff so far, but he can definitely get even more. Now, something I noticed before is speedruns didn't utilize bows during the Bob fight, and instead decided to wait until Bob perched. He's obviously going to do that, but this time he's actually going to use a bow to try to hit Bob in the air, which in turn will do more damage over time and make the boss fight shorter. I'm not entirely sure why a lot of people didn't use bows, but it's really great to see that they're doing this. He hesitated whether he should make steel arrows for a second, but ended up doing so. Now, on top of needing like an absolute ton of wheat for the boat, you also need an absolute ton of just regular wood. There's a whole bunch of like holes that you need to patch up in the boat itself, along with the ladders, and then also the boxes, and those all require just regular plain old wood. So I believe it's like 2 stacks altogether, which isn't an absolute like ginormous amount of wood, but It's definitely, you need to go collecting a bit. Noticed he was lacking on rocks, so he just went ahead and broke one. Is now collecting dark oak, which is something else you also need. Now, something I still don't understand is why is there always just a floating rock like on top of the boat? In every seed, there's always like some sort of rock floating above the boat. It's really strange. And this is just super satisfying, just watching him put everything in just instantly. He's going into the boss fight at 15:27. An absolutely amazing time. He's only on the second day, or third, because you start on day 0, but still, second day. Looking at his items, he has an apple, he has some good tools, and he could have maybe spent a bit more gold. Maybe could have risked getting some time lost for some better equipment, or not equipment, power-ups to do more damage. He knows where Bob is going to spawn, so he's just going to aim his bow there. He is missing a lot of shots, unfortunately. Something that could definitely speed up runs, but is another RNG factor, is in the beginning, when you do those two battle totems, if you get goblins, you could also potentially get an ancient bone. And that ancient bone obviously creates the best bow in the game, the ancient bow. The ancient bow, oh, he gets launched up there. The ancient bow, as you know, shoots 3 shots, does 3 times the amount of damage, and I mean, if you're not a great shot with the bow, you could actually hit Bob more often, which would obviously allow you to kill Bob faster. I know this isn't great commentary, I'm just talking about what I want to talk. Bob here is almost dead. He's not quite using Enforcer. Oh, Bob is literally 1 hit. Oh, I'm missing a ton of shots here. This is going to cost him a lot of time. He's out of arrows. Good thing he made the steel arrows. That was a good choice. And right as Bob was about to perch is when he finally finished him off. And time split at around 1750. Congratulations on this previous world record. I hope to see you do better in the future. Have a good day, anybody who's watching, and sorry my commentary is not that good.